Corey, you know the defenders around this league. So what was your thoughts when you see Marcus Sayles becomes available?
Yeah, he's a vet obviously in the league, and over his career he's been very productive. So yeah, it was kind of a shock to see him out there, but the opportunity that he's here, we're all excited about that. I know he's excited as well. The process moved pretty quick from when we spoke to him. It was great to see him in the facility yesterday, get everything taken care of, and have him out here on the field. So he's got a lot of work ahead of him as far as getting in tune with what we're trying to do here. But even last night, he was in there with Coach Bell for a couple hours. So he's studious. Looking forward to seeing him, contribute and help in this team.
What does he add to this team?
Yeah, well, certainly. I mean, that veteran presence will definitely help. He's a quick twitch guy. He's had success with the ball in the air. I know last year, probably wasn't the numbers that he was looking for, but certainly I think in this defense he'll be able to get back to his ball hawking days. But the main thing is you can never have too many good players or too many veteran leadership within the group, and he certainly brings both.
I mean, do you bring him in as a guy to start in a couple weeks, or does he have to kind of earn that?
No, he's going to have to earn the coach's trust. Obviously he's been a playmaker in the league, so I'm sure he'll be fine. But he's just got to catch up on the playbook and stuff like that. But we got a bunch of DBs that we like, and having him as an addition to give us some flexibility certainly leaves us with smiles on our faces as a coaching staff.
Do you have the same sort of reaction knowing that Roland Milligan is here from week one this year? Granted, you weren't with the team at this juncture last year, but he's such an important part.
Yeah, and Ro was voted one of our team captains. Man, he comes to work every day professionally, Rob. You know that, and having him on the field is always going to be a good thing for our team. And just his excitement, even when we started camp, we kind of slowed him down. So hey, just a couple reps here, and he was like, "Come on, man!" He was itching. So we're just happy he's out there to be able to make some plays, and really looking forward to him playing here on the weekend.
This week in general, what kind of vibe is there traditionally or this year leading up to a season opener? It always strikes me as sort of like opening day in baseball, that kind of just neat feeling.
Yeah.
Can you put it into words?
I think it's that, finally it's we've been saying it around the facility, it's game week, it hits a little different. But, once we're out here on the field and preparing, those guys are locked into the details of the game plan and, what we want to accomplish. So those things don't change, I think, from training camp. You're still the same thoughts, but it's just more, pointed towards the opponent. So, even for us, we're doing carded periods, something that they hadn't done here in a couple years. So guys are just getting adjusted to how the practice is going to roll throughout the season. So it was good to see today, getting our feet wet from that standpoint. It should be even smoother tomorrow.
You've brought in a lot of veteran leaders this offseason. Through 3.5, 4 weeks, has the vibe around the family first environment, have you got a sense of that chemistry being built already?
No, absolutely. From just guys bringing their kids around to the guys spending time with each other on off days. Even when I bring my family around, the interaction that they have with my wife and my kids. It's perfect, man. It's perfect, and it's only going to get stronger. So to see that, from just how they act when they're not, fighting and battling with each other, knowing that that's the core and the foundation of who we are, you get excited, what that's going to, how it's going to correlate on game day.
Yeah, and from paper back in when you signed these guys to actually seeing them on the field, how satisfying is that as a coach to have that core built?
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of the reason when you identify the guys that we did. Obviously, a lot of these guys are great players, but what else can you bring? We're a new regime. You want to bring guys who obviously are veterans, but from winning cultures to know what that looks like and how they attack each day. And then again, you want it to be infectious, and I think it's definitely paid off.
One of them is Jamarcus Hardrick. What has he shown you over the last few weeks?
Yosh is Yosh, so you better be able to come ready to practice because he's going to come at you. He's got energy, juice, life. We preach that. If there's never going to be a real lull because he's going to have everybody pick it up. So everybody matches his intensity. We're in the right space. So seeing him do that in practice, and he does the same things when the helmet's not on. He's got guys locked in. He's got accountability for himself. himself. He's already, he's got a bunch of T-shirts made up of all of our, sayings that I don't know when he found the time to do that, but he's all in, man, and you love to see it.
You mentioned a little bit of a nuance or a subtlety in the change to your practice structure. What does a Corey Mace preparation week for a game look like?
From a practice standpoint, just really dialed in on the opponent. We really want to focus to make these guys understand who we're playing and how we're going to attack them and how are they going to attack us, on all sides of the ball. So, we're going to spend time on that. We'll still have a couple compete periods, good versus good, but for the most part, we want to be dialed in on our opponent and knowing exactly what it is and how we're going to beat them.
That was gonna be my follow-up. Then, how much are you looking at what you're doing as opposed to anticipating what they're going to do this week?
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. And early in the season, you don't really, know to a T because it's the first game of the year. But you can anticipate. So a bit of both. You want the players to understand who they are as an opponent, what they like to do. And then how are we going to end up, counter-punching, so to speak, and attacking those things first if we can anticipate. So it is early in the season. It's a little bit, not really a song and dance, but it's just, you understand who these coaches are around the league, and you can kind of anticipate. But when you focus on the things that we do from a base foundation, it allows you to play fast no matter what you get.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Go get some hot chocolate.